Okay, hi guys. Welcome to today's Tech Talk, or what should I call it? Tuesday Tech Talk. So I got a message from a channel, and let me do a little shout out of a channel, and let me bring it up. So I'm going to bring up a channel to just give her a little shout out because she wanted to know how I set up my YouTube camera, all my cameras, and what I do. So I'm going to bring up a channel. A channel is keeping it real with Jenny. I think that's the channel. Yeah. So this is a channel, Keeping It Real with Jenny. A big shout out to you for requesting this video. She wanted to know, yeah, that's a Okay, so she wanted to know about how do I set up my cameras for filming? How do I set up my cameras for all that stuff? So you guys check her out, Keeping It Real with Jenny. And if you guys want to be featured in on my channel, you can also send me messages, send me questions, and if I go live, I will shout you out. So let's get started. So I do have a few cameras that I've used over the years, and I'm just going to show a couple of them. Some of them I don't use anymore. This is the Kodak camera, and this Kodak camera is the old version Kodak camera, and this one is just a point and shoot. They're known as point and shoot. It doesn't have a removable lens. The lens just exists over there. The battery is dead, so I'm not going to turn it on for you. And the viewfinder is not exposed, meaning that it doesn't come out, it's not retractable, and it just looks like this. So this is the Kodak. This is the point and shoot kind of cameras that most people would, like in the past, this is what we use. Okay, we don't have all those other cameras. Now, this is another form of point and shoot. This was actually my very first vlogging camera. This is the Canon PowerShoot ELPH 110HS. Now, this is the one that I used to shoot a lot of my vlog videos on DN Vlogs Live, and I had to upgrade it because whenever you are zooming in and out, it makes a lot of noise. But if you I think they've actually upgraded this version of cameras so it doesn't make so much noise at all anymore. So the upgraded version of this Canon PowerShoot doesn't make this much noise. And this is a good size of camera for vlogging. It's very handy. You can see the width of it. It's very handy, and you can kind of slip it in your purse, and it works really, really well. The lens area is not retractable, and the lens area just stays on there. So yeah, but it's a very good vlogging camera. It's also good for kids. It's very, very lightweight. Now I upgraded, after I used those, I upgraded to this camera right over here. I upgraded to the Canon G7X Mark 1. Now the Canon G7X Mark 1, this is what it looks like. Now this one, it still works, it's still good. However, the issue was it got dropped, and because it got dropped, the menu area, you can see over here, got dented. And because of that, I can only use it to take pictures. I cannot use it to film. It does have retractable viewfinder, the live viewfinder. It has a flip up version. This is a very good camera for vlogging. The size is bigger than the other one. It's bigger than the other Canon. You can see the size and width. It's much, much bigger, and the weight is of course bigger. The functionality and everything that you have, there's so much more functionality in the Canon G7X. So if you do have a refurbished version of the Canon G7X, that will be really good for you. That will work perfect for you regarding what you want to do. The zoom, the focus, it doesn't focus really quickly, so you have to be very careful about that. So when you focus, you have to kind of wait for it to focus well. Now the next one that I'm using, this is what I currently use for my vlogging camera. This is the Canon Mark II. There's also, I think Canon Mark III also exists and stuff and upwards, but this is the Canon G7X Mark II. This is the one that I use now to film all my videos on Discovery Natural channel. And if I have to film my videos in the like with lighting and camera, so let me show you what it will look like when I'm filming this with good lighting. You can see it's a good quality. So it's not an heavy duty camera, but it gets you where you want to go in terms of what you want to do on your videos. So let me show you a couple of things, and feel free to watch this replay once we're done. So this is my family channel, DN Vlogs Live, and I just shot this video right over here. And I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm going to take this off the screen and get to the point where I'm talking about the camera, and I'll show you the quality of this camera. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to share it out right now. So let's share it out. Okay. So now, if I share it out and show you guys, you can see this quality. This is actually this camera right over here, the Canon G7X with the lighting, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad with the lighting and stuff. So I'll talk about all the cameras and then we'll get started with the settings. So that is that camera. I also, at the beginning of, hi Matinda family. So at the beginning of my YouTube live back in 2011, 2012, my very first camera, DLSR camera, was the Canon T3i. So this is the Canon T3i. This is currently what my daughter uses when she films videos on Just Eniola channel. The quality is not bad at all. The only problem I have with this is the autofocus. The autofocus is pretty much non-existent. I don't like the autofocus. Is this a bad camera? So you can see this is the Canon EOS Rebel T3i. Is it a bad camera? No, this is not a bad camera, but the focus is just not up to par. It's very lightweighted. The body is not that bad, so I can show you the body of it. So all you do is you just remove this and flip it out. So the body is really not that bad. It's a compact body. It's really, really not that bad. Very, very light. The other issue that I have with it is that you have to be very careful with the battery area, which is broken. It breaks really easily, so my daughter kind of put tape over it. But overall, this is a good beginner kind of camera. The lens that came with it is this lens right over here. This is the lens that came with it. This is the 18 by 55 mm. The size of this lens is not as heavy as the Canon 880D, which I currently use. So let me show you the quality of the T3i. So I'm going to flip over back to my video and let me get to I'm going to go to my older video on my other channel, Discovery Natural. So let me set it up and then we will. So I'm going to go to Discovery Natural channel and then I'll show you what the quality looks like. So here I am on Discovery Natural channel. This is my main channel, Discovery Natural channel, and I'm just going to go back to dated by the oldest. So during all these times, I was using my laptop to record, and I'll tell you when I switched from my laptop to my camera, that was about, I want to say about, let me see. Yeah, I want to say about this time, right over here. I believe I started using the camera. Yeah, like right over here. Okay. Let's switch out of that. So I'm gonna let this go through the commercial and just skip out of there, and then yeah. Okay, so this is the quality of the camera right over here. So you can see with any camera you use, the quality also depends on the lighting. It depends on the lighting. It depends on the setup that you have on the camera. Now, this is the same camera. This is a T3i camera with just yellow lighting, not the lighting, not LED daylight lighting. This is just yellow lighting, the normal yellow lighting that everybody and their mama has in their house. Now, I made a change over the years and I changed to daylight lighting. So if you're someone that you vlog and you're at home, or you do YouTube videos and you're at home and you still use those common yellow lighting, you might want to change it to LED lighting. So when I changed it to LED lighting, I'll show you what it looked like after I changed to LED lighting. So let me scroll back. We're going to go a couple of years later, still using this same camera, but then I'm going with LED lighting. So you can make any setting changes on your phone, on your camera or stuff, but everything really boils down to the lighting. So this is the quality of the video when I change the lighting. So okay. So here I am using a different lighting. So here, this is daylight. Okay. So this is daylight. You can see using the same camera. Remember? So now I am using plain daylight. I'm using the light from the window. Very plain daylight. And you can see the quality. You can see my skin tone, everything. I'm still using the same setting for the camera. Nothing changed, but I changed to daylight. Now I went ahead and I switched to ring light. So when I switched to ring light, this is what the quality is. So let me find the video where I switched to ring light. So using ring light, let me get that video up and running for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to comment and ask your question so that I can answer it as I go by while I find the video that I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the video with the ring light right over here. Okay, come on. Yeah, so let me get to the part where I have ring light. Okay, so this is the one with the ring light. Let me skip to the commercials. skip the ads. Don't skip my ad. Okay, I don't. But using ring light. Where's the ring light? Okay, not that one. Bear with me 1 second. Not that one. That's not the one I want to show you. Okay, where is the ring light? Yeah, right over. Just 1 second, please. So ring light, we have this. Okay, let me get to it really quickly. Okay, so the ring light setting, this, is this it? Yeah, this one. So this one here, yeah, before we go to the ring light, let me show you what it looks like with the daylight. So this is with the daylight setting. So this with the daylight setting. You notice with the daylight setting, you don't have that yellowish of the body. This is the same camera, the same setting, but with daylight. So the daylight is true, and this is just daylight, the normal bathroom light, but we just changed the bulb from the yellow daylight to the normal plain lighting, like plain daylight. So change your bulbs from yellow to daylight. Now, if we're going to do the ring light, this was the setting for the ring light. Once I got my ring light, this is it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the ring light, just to show you the clarity of lighting versus being bothered about what is the setting, what should you use for, should you change your setting and stuff. You could keep your same setting, but if the lighting is not good, no matter how much tweaking of the setting you are tweaking, you will not get the quality you want. Okay, so you have to realize that lighting is crucial. So this is, let me get to where we have ring. I think this is, This is a daylight. This one is, I'm trying to remember. I have so many videos. Okay, yeah, this one. This is perfect. Hopefully this one. Oh, this one has commercial again, which is good. It's okay to have commercial. It's actually okay to have commercial, but I don't need commercial right now, so let me skip it. Okay, so this here is ring light. So this here is ring light. You can see how this is umbrella light. This right here is umbrella light. I had two umbrella light, and you can look at my eye, people, and you can kind of see the two dots. So I use two umbrella lights. So those are the other kind of lightings you could use. And now going changing it, you can change to ring light, you can change to so many things. And I'm going to get to the settings. So let's talk about the settings. So it's very important, number one, make sure that the lighting is up to par and the lighting makes sense. Number two, the camera you're using, the lens you're using also matters. Different lenses out there. This is also a smaller lens. This is called the Nifty 50, and the Nifty 50 is just the EF lens 50 mm. So this kind of lens is a closer lens. And as I mentioned, this is the 18 by 55 mm. Now, this is my current camera. This is the heavier version. It's heavy, not the body. The body is not heavy. This is the Canon 80D. So this is the Canon 80D. This lens is I'll show you the lens. So this lens is a bigger lens, is an heavier lens compared to this lens here. It's almost twice of it, whereas the 50 mm is half of this also. So different lenses does different things. This lens has autofocus in it, and this lens, the size is, you can see the size out there. This is the Canon Zoom lens EF 18 by 135 mm. This lens will blur the background. It will give you that blurry background that you need, and it will focus. So when I come closer, you can pretty much see what I'm focusing on, versus if I'm just using a lens like this that doesn't focus, what you see is what you get. Couple of settings. So let me assemble this well. So a couple of settings that you have on the body of the camera. Using the 80D, whenever I set it up, I always keep, when I'm filming, I keep my settings to auto. So let me get a pen or something right over here. So I keep my setting right over here to auto. So you have it right over here. Okay, there we go. So it's right over here. The setting is auto. Okay, you can see. Yeah. So the setting right over here is auto, and which is A. When I'm filming, I keep it with auto. I let everything be auto. And when I want to take a picture, sometimes I'll change it to P if I don't want the flash to turn on. If the flash needs to turn on, I'll keep it as auto. When I'm filming and I'm connecting my laptop to my computer and I'm filming through a USB for what they call it, for live stream, I will keep it as manual, M for manual. You see the M right over there for manual. When you take pictures, depending on what type of pictures you want to, you have to check the ISO, check the lighting, check the aperture, check to see if it's exactly the amount of light you want in. The ISO can change depending on what your setting is. So let me put the lens back in. We're going to put the lens back in. So the lens is back in, and I'm going to turn this on. So when I turn it on, this is what it looks like. Right now, there's no card inside. Let me bring a card. And I prefer this card. So this is the card that I use. This is the best card that I have found that I use for my picked videos. They work really well. They don't give me any stress. A lot of other cards always give me a lot of stress. So let's do this. I'm going to turn it back on. So when you turn it on, you we're going to turn it on right over here. So this camera is very heavy. So when I turn it on, the menu area, this is a touch screen. This flips out so that if you are recording yourself, you can pretty much see yourself through the lens. See that? You can pretty much see yourself through the lens. But the key thing about this screen is touch screen. It's touch screen. So when you want to shoot it, I always make sure that I keep it as auto. I keep the setting as auto. And then the menu, once it's at auto, if I go to the iOS setting, I can't change the iOS so much when it's at auto. Now, if I keep it at manual, then I can change the iOS setting. Now, the manual, I don't use that when I film because I find that my quality is not as specific. I have to keep on setting the lighting, but if I keep it as auto, it adjusts to the lightings that I have told you about. So depending on the kind of lightings that I use, when I put it as auto, the lightings, it adjusts accordingly. So auto is my favorite. Now I've changed it to manual, and if you see with manual, let me cover it. So if you see with manual, right over here, you have the iOS setting right over here. So I'm going to be in front of the camera, and you can see when I change the iOS setting right here, I can make it brighter or darker. So watch. So you see, I can make it as bright as I want or as dark as I want. So that's the thing with manual. With manual, you are constantly changing it. When I do live stream that and I have to set it up with manual, I know I gotta change this. And with all the lights set, all the lights that I have 2 box lights. I have an overhead light. Whenever I'm doing my Amazon live stream, I have 2 box lights over here, and then I have an overhead light. So let me show you my setting when I'm doing my live stream, and that is when I'm using manual setting with an iOS of 1000. So this is what I'm gonna show you what that setting looks like. So let me bring up the view. Okay, I'm going to bring up the view and show you what my setting looks like. Most of the time when I'm doing my live streaming and things of that sort. So we're going to go here and I'll show you this setup. The setup looks like this. Where's that guy? Yeah. So this is my family Instagram page. This is the setup of when I'm doing my live stream. So you can see with this kind of setup, you see that I have 2 box lights, the 2 Fovitec box lights, and I have a light up on top, and then I have my camera right in front. So I have like a 3-pointer set up right over here. Now, the way that I set up when I'm doing my YouTube studio, which has numerous amounts of light, is way different. So the way that I do that, you guys will be able to see right over here, YouTube DN Vlogs Live. Okay. So that one, okay, let me close out of that and do this. So the way I set up for that, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. So this is me setting up the stuff. So I have a box light right over there. I also have another box light on the other side. So you see, this is you see the setting that I have. I have 2 box lights, and then I have 1 ring light. So, and then I have another one on top, giving it a 3-pointer. So I don't know if you can see the stand. This is the stand of the one on top, and it's a 3-pointer. So this is actually a 4-pointer. So I have 1 light up here, 1 light in front on the sides, and then 1 light in front of me, and it gives really good quality. So the final quality of So here's where I'm talking about the camera and stuff. So the final quality of this video using the 80D, Canon 80D, this is the final quality. And it's very, very crisp. And it all has to do with the lighting. That's why when I'm talking to you about what works, what doesn't work, it's all in the lighting. So I wanted a very, very clean lighting so you can see right over here. So this is the lighting. So this is what it looks like. Very, very realistic. There's no color changing in the app. I don't use any changing in the app and stuff. So those are the ways that I set up my big DSLR cameras. Now for my vlogging Canon, this is the wrong one. Yeah. So for my vlogging Canon G7X Mark II, when I vlog, it depends, I either keep it in auto setting or I keep it in scenery setting. SCN, SCN. I usually keep it in that setting. And so that is how I keep this set up on this camera. So those are the ways. I hope that has answered your questions. Those are the ways. Right now, what I'm recording, you might wonder, how am I recording this live stream? I'm using my computer laptop camera. That's all I'm using. I'm using my laptop camera, I'm using my laptop microphone, and then I'm using, I'll show you, this is my bedroom. I have no lights above. I have here, I have one box light, only one box light that I'm using. And that is how I'm set up today. It's a different look and that I have. So different ways, different scenarios, different things. Everything boils down to lighting and of course whatever your setting is. So this is a detailed way of setting up. I hope this helps somebody. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for me and you want me to come on camera and ask, please feel free to ask. Okay, don't be shy. Feel free to ask. And I'll see you in another live stream. Take care. Bye.